My name is Sushma Saraf and I am from Kolkata. I am a meditational coach. I and I speak light language through which I share my work and wisdom with other people, with the society. And right now, and hold workshops on different topics like inner child, abundance, ancestral healing, DNA activation, DNA deactivation. So that's a small intro for me, and how I began my journey in spirituality. For me, maybe from very young age, I was always have an inclination towards that force which we can't see or perceive through our five senses. But I was always strongly inclined to that unknown. Always had a faith. I never doubted that existence. Maybe because I belong to a family who always trusted so much in God, and there were so many rituals every time we used to have at our place. Lots of pujas, lots of yaks, lots of path, and I grew up in that environment only. And as a young child, I was very inclined towards puja. I used to do lots of puja, like I used to worship Lord Shiva, Lord Hanumana, and had a very strong. I used to call him my father, Papa. Whenever I talk, it just gives me that goosebumps all over my body because I felt such a strong connection with him. Whenever I used to ask him or share with him anything, everything tends to get dissolved in my life. Any problem, it just used to melt. Or if I want anything, I just used to get it in the blink of an eye. Maybe I wasn't aware of that law of manifestation, of law, the different secrets, but that's how I was till days. But as I grew up and as I was doing many things, just started covering me, just like I just a mask of different personalities get uh, what you say. It just appeared on my personality. I started wearing different masks. I started having many fears and started developing many beliefs and patterns in my life. And slowly and gradually, as I grew up, that connection I felt it doesn't get lost, but as if it started, I couldn't see more clearly. As if like on the day of a fog, you can't see the things very clearly. Maybe they are very close to you also, but then we are not able to see the things clearly. The same happened with me because of my patterns, because of my beliefs, which I developed as I start growing up. But when I grew up, I got married and I gave birth to two daughters. And before their birth, only I knew they were girls because in my dreams I saw that I have got that messages from the masters. It's like from two goddesses when I gave birth, Lord Goddess Durga has asked me, and I want to come to your house. Can I come in? So I told her, yes, you're most welcome. You can. And when I woke up in the morning, I shared my dream with my husband and I told him that we will going to have a girl only. The same thing happened at the birth of my second daughter. I saw Goddess Kali in my dream asking me the same question. But at the arrival of my second daughter, I was not very happy, but I just want a baby boy. And because of the conditioning of my society, it was also very deeply rooted in that moment in me that we really need to talk to each other. But my husband was very indifferent towards it. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. For me, it was really strong. When I gave birth to a baby girl, I just felt so much disconnected with her and myself. But because of her only, I entered into spirituality. When I got pregnant, second time, I just picked up a fear from the atmosphere that the birth which I will going to give to a child, the child will be the disabled child. And during that course only, I met one of the lady, Bhavita Didi, and she could talk to the child, and she let me know. She used to talk to my child when the child was in the womb, and she just communicated different messages which my child used to feel, and I started acting accordingly as the messages come. Like my child wants to hear the Gayatri Mantra, so I just used to hear the Gayatri Mantra. Sometimes my child wanted I should do the coloring, so I used to sit in color. Sometimes my child used to say that enjoy the season, uh, stand in the balcony and just look to the clouds. These are the very few messages I do remember when she used to talk and she used to communicate to me. Yes, you do in the such a way. So I started doing. But at that moment, I felt a strong bonding with my child. But after the arrival, and when I gave a birth to a baby girl, I was just sad for a moment, for a few days, and because my second daughter was like an angel. She looks like an angel, and she's just like a radiating, vibrating energy from her. And from 2008, the paradigm of meditation opened up for me with the one of the courses of pranic healing. And at that moment, I just really became intoxicated. I started learning each and everything which comes to me, which I was being aware of, that all the courses, whether it was inner child, whether it is past life, whether it is about all the courses in the pranic healing, and the courses like EMF, theta, and so many more. It's just like my quest for that knowledge keeps on increasing. As I was approaching and continued with my journey, I met Rishi Pitama Patriji, the guru who never I felt he's so simple and accessible. The first thing which I found myself, I got attracted towards him because in pranic healing, all the masters who just who just share their wisdom, like the acharyas in the topmost, we were not allowed to go and talk to him, or we couldn't ask or share something. Maybe if in a group we could, but we don't have the personal access. But when I met Master Rishi Pitama Patriji, I felt he was so easily approachable. He's accessible like a friend. He's accessible like a mate. He's accessible like a one who cares for you, who listens to you. And I met him in 2000, last year in the October or November, in October 2010. And I started practicing Anapanasati and slowly, gradually continuing with the healing. Then I dropped the healing as I come to know we shouldn't do the healing, but why we should not do the healing. And with so many learning different concepts, ups and downs, I just started moving forward. And I started working for the PSSM. I just started writing for the magazine, the Dhyan Bengal, for the West Bengal team. And at the same time, I started teaching meditation, science of meditation, science of meditation and vegetarianism all over the world. I started teaching in many schools, different schools. I started teaching in different companies different people. We just keep on announcing the programs. It continues. But from the year 2013, I started developing many issues in my life, like at all the levels. My relationship was at stake. Financially, the loss of finances. We have had a loss of finances. Our business becomes to standstill. At the same time, I developed a problem called alopecia. I lost all my hair. There was many patches all over all on my head, and I really become depressed because I felt I was always a very average-looking girl, and just to think myself without hair just create that deep inferiority complex, as in fears in me start popping up again. I started doing more and more meditation at that moment. I come in contact with Dr. Chike, the founder of Spiritual Tablets Organization, Dr. Gopal Krishnan. And under his guidance, I just keep on exploring my different layers, my fears. And one thing I was very sure, it is happening in this reality. There is something I need to shift in me. But what I need to shift, that was a big question mark for me because I couldn't get, because in every area I was feeling, yes, this area also needs attention, this area also needs attention, this area also needs attention. So many. So I feel I was so stuck. I couldn't get. In these years of my spiritual practice, I learned that we create our own reality, the first and the foremost principle of our PSSM. So I was failing to understand how I am creating this reality where I am suffering at all the levels. So if it is said I am creating, then what could be done so that I could uncreate this reality? I don't want this reality that is full of stress, that is full of anxiety, that is full of fears. So I was not remember at that moment, in spite of having so many fears, so many doubts, not knowing what to do, not getting the clarity. One thing I was very sure that it is just not because of anybody I am suffering this. It is just my own reality. I am responsible for it. And always in my meditation, I used to say that I take the responsibility. I take the responsibility of what I have done in this life or the other lifetimes to dissolve all these effects which I am facing in my current scenario. The things continue. 2013 get passed. 2014 get passed. In the year 2015, I went to Pyramid Valley, Bangalore. Many times I used to visit there for Global Conference of Spiritual Scientists, and I've been there. And there was a workshop called DNA Activation conducted by Ray Chandran from Japan. And during the workshop, I was just got lost in the other realities. That was an intense moment for me. I couldn't open my eyes, I couldn't speak, and it was as if I am not in my senses. I am not conscious what's happening. After that activation, a new paradigm opened up for me. I started channeling many masters. I started drawing many cosmic diagrams from different realms, from the unknown realms. So my journey from known to unknown has begun. I have been known what is this limited to spirituality. I came to know so much which I never thought could existed. A new paradigm, a new complete whole beautiful new world opened up for me. I started drawing so many cosmic diagrams. I started writing and bringing the messages from different masters like Osho, Rumi, Kabir, Paramhansa Yogananda ji, Ramakrishna Paramhansa, Babaji, Mahavdar Babaji. There's so many more. And in this journey, Master Ray Chandran has really supported me very much. He just keep on pushing me to make me trust myself, because that was completely new thing for me. I couldn't have faith that yes, it's happening. That from known to unknown, the journey is so big, and that unknown is becoming known to me. So it was like completely mesmerizing, completely fascinating for me. So after that, I kept on channeling, and my work moved to the next level. I started holding many workshops and many clearings, many work we do. I do with the light language meditation only. And that's a short brief of my journey. So in today's topic, we have chosen the topic intuition today. As I just said this word intuition, I just could feel a tingling sensation all over my body. That vibration get traveled all over my body. So what exactly intuition is? Brains. The one brain which is divided into two parts, the left side and the right side. The left side of our brain is mostly related with the logical thinking, the analytical side of mind, which analyze, which uses logic, which uses calculations, which takes a conscious reality, which takes like many graphs and many tools to analyze and then to arrive at a particular decision. On the other side of the brain, which is called the right side, which is also known as the intuitive side, it is very instinctful, it is very calm, it is very quick, it is effortless. The things happen. If we do something from the left side of our brain, being logical, there is an element of fear or doubt. We may feel the things may happen or may happen, but there is no. It is just very, very crystal clear. Very. It's just very. You can feel that energy. It just pops up. When that get pops up, maybe you haven't thought about it, you haven't learned about it, you haven't heard about it, and it just flashes on your mind screen. The word intuition, two words, in plus tuition. If we see the word tuition, we always say that it's like belongs to the coaching classes or where we go and learn something in our life. Like our students go for the tuition, they will go for the math tuition or the English or their music classes or whatever it may be. They go and learn something. So tuition is just about basically about learning, when you go and learn something from the other person. If we add the word into it, before if we add the tuition in before the tuition, it becomes intuition. That means when we travel inside ourselves, when we travel inside our well-being, when we travel inside that our inner world, when we sit with ourselves and when we close our eyes and when we listen, and when that inner self gives you the guidance, when that inner self teaches you something, it just becomes your intuition. In order to tap your intuition, we need to listen to our intuition. We need to be silent, to complete silence. Then only it happens. Otherwise, it's difficult. It's really difficult to listen to the voice of your intuition. In order to listen, we need to hold a space for it. All the great discoveries, all the many invention which has taken place, it is just the result of the outcome of your intuition. Our intuition keeps on talking to ourselves, but because our mind is so preoccupied, our logical mind, our analytical mind is so occupied with so many things in our life, with our career, with our friends, with our family, with our responsibilities, that we just miss what our intuition is saying. A very simple example we can see in our life how intuition guides that if like I was planning to go and visit someone, our intuition maybe keep on guiding us. Just before going, just call the person and confirm whether you will be able to meet or not. He's available or not. And we feel, oh, he's always at home. He never goes anywhere. And we just don't pay any attention to our intuition. And when we reach there and when we see that the person is absent, and when we reach, we say to ourselves, oh, the thought I ran the thought that I just need to reconfirm with the person before visiting, but I didn't pay any attention. So that's how in many, it was like a very small example, like many of us have encountered us with it. But lots of people tend to ignore their intuition just because they feel they don't pay any attention. They don't trust their gut feelings. Whenever anything is guided by your intuition, it will always be very calm. There will be no emotions attached to it. This is the only best and the most profound way to get in touch with your intuition. If there is your thought, if it is your thought, which is based on a logical analytical mind, there has to be ifs and buts. But if your intuition is guiding you, there are no ifs and buts. You know, as it is, yes. It has to be like that. When the intuition guides you, just could feel that sensation and the feeling all over your body. As if a current has run over your body when your intuition guides it. Every person has their own way of feeling or experiencing at the body level. But for me, I just always feel that vibration, that energy as if it just starts going into my, I could feel that goosebumps all over my body when intuition just flows through me. So in order to get in touch with your intuition, you need to give yourself time. You need to give yourself time to sit in silence, to sit at a place where nobody disturbs you, so that you can make that connection. That connection is always there. But unless and until we switch on our connection, the line doesn't get connected. It's like the electricity is already flowing in the wire. But unless and until you turn on the switch, you cannot switch on your fan or light. Similarly, the intuition is always guiding us. But how much we are able or how much we can listen to it depends on how strong connection we make. Either we keep our switch off, occupied in different, what you say, in different areas of our life, or we give ourselves some time to switch on that connection between our and our inner self so that we can listen to the voice. When that intuition, when a thought arises because of your intuition, when your intuition guides you, just always feel that calmness and peace in your heart. You feel your heart pounding. You feel that such a peace has embraced you. At the same time, when you trust your intuition, it always asks you, it always tells you to trust. Don't be fearful. If your thought is getting run by the fears, then it is not your intuition. It is coming out of your beliefs, your fears, your patterns, which you keep on repeating. So, in order to get in touch with your intuition, you could feel that calmness and peace in your heart. When you are ready, and hold the intention that I choose to listen to my intuition. Because listening to the intuition is beyond these five senses. You just can't listen it with your ears, you can't perceive it with your eyes. It is just beyond the five senses. You need to trust that gut feeling. Because what happened where your gut is, like your stomach area, is lined up with the neuron system, which is more balanced, which is called the enteric nervous system, where many neurons get meet. So whenever the things which are in perfectly alignment with your enteric nervous system, you just feel the tingling sensation on your gut. You just say, oh, because my gut feeling tells me what it is all about. The gut is a place where your neuron system is in perfectly in alignment with each other. So trusting your intuition or to getting in touch with your intuition is just a matter of practice. It's just a matter of awareness. It's just a matter of paying attention to the thoughts which comes to you. All the major discoveries which had happened till date are the results of the intuition. Something just flashes on your mind's eye. It just clicks on your mind and you know, yes, it is. That's how we get it done. I just remember a very small incident of Dr. Isaac Newton, sorry, of Einstein. He was in his bathtub and he was on his research and he was thinking of how to lighten up that bulb. He was just enjoying his bath and suddenly a thought flashes in front of his mind's eye and he get the answer. Yes, this is how that procedure of bulb making could be completed. And he just immediately ran out of the bathtub without even realizing that he's not wearing anything of his bathroom. When his wife brought his attention, then he realized. And as soon as he applied that formula on how the bulb is made, that intuition which has guided it, just he was succeeded in his experiment. Similarly, in many cases, in many times in our life, if we are facing any challenges, any obstructions in our life, our intuition guides us. But we just need to make that connection. We just need to sit with ourselves so that we can we just could listen. We could pay attention. And that paying attention, that listening, of our mind. When we are in a relaxed state, when we are completely disconnect ourselves from from the conscious activity which we are doing. So let's friends, we begin with our meditation. We will do a short meditation to connect with our intuition, to see that if we are connected with our intuition, how easy our life can become. Because anything which is going to happen in our life, any decision if we want to make in our life, if we trust our intuition, if we get in touch, so many times it is 100% sure that we save ourselves from lots of hassles, from lots of problems. Because in advance, we will know we didn't need to do this thing. We needed, we didn't need to act in such a way, and that's our intuition benefits us at that level, so that we don't what we say that we don't face challenges, we don't face problems. If the challenges are there, we know how to overcome the challenges if we sit and listen to our intuition. So as we go for tuitions to learn something, to learn maths, to learn English, to learn music, so similarly, let's travel inside ourselves. Let's take the tuition from our own heart so that our intuition becomes so strong that we we move ahead with the more beautiful and the peaceful life. So friends, let's start with meditation. I request all of you to gently close your eyes and observe your breathing. No thoughts whatsoever. Just be aware of your breathing. Be aware of your in-breath and be aware of your out-breath. As you bring your awareness on your breathing, slowly and gradually, all the thoughts starts descending down. Just observe and feel your breath. Now, in this beautiful space, let's invite the Universal Supreme God, our higher self, our team of light, all the angels, archangels to be with us. Let's request the masters that we can hear the voice of our intuition so that we can distinguish between our intuition it is our mind speaking. Just let's be aware of one physical feeling, because as our body never lies, one physical sensation which runs in our body when the intuition flows through us. It could be the twitch of the eye, it could be butterflies in your stomach, or it could be you just feel the goosebumps, whatever it could be. Just trust your own and select your own physical instinct. Namahasho tapa hasho katha shoko shote nahi. Shantita, sho, 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 sho. Shama, shama, sham, sham. So that all the decisions we make in our life, or whatever options we choose, is for our soul evolution and growth, is for our betterment, for enlightenment, or for ascension. Just choose one physical sensation. Namakusha Sachapanai downloads will help you to choose and to be aware of that one physical sensation you can choose. So that which guides you, that it's your intuition or it's your mind. Shinita Shoka Mashaki Duinapi Koshaha Takaha Shotaha Tataha Koshehi Sham Ho Shohu Sham Ho Shohu. Just feel that expansion from your heart. Be in this space. Which helps you to choose one sensation as a sign, so that you have a confirmation that it's your intuition talking to you, not your mind. Be in this space. Allow yourself to breathe. Let be with this music. Connect with that one physical feeling, one physical sensation, which act as a sign. Namaha Koshai Namatu Tapaha Koshekititi Tapko Shatahi Tataha Shaina. So that it gives you the clarity that it's your intuition talking to you. That it gives you the clarity that you can trust. Just be in this space. Just be with your breath. Feel the vibration. Let the energy travel. The more you are connected with your heart center, the more you are able to feel and listen to your intuition. Just be in silence, get in touch with your own inner self. To get in touch with your intuition, to be completely fully aware the consistent practice is the key. Let's clear the masses from the cyrus. We just clear that gray energy material from your middle brain, Shiki, so that you can feel the free flow of your intuition. Let this gray material Shiki tu tap tu tatama tu mana hi tu mananu. Namo ko shotaha shakatai ko nei chano kama kau. Kashay kakakiki ka kakuku ka ma kay ko ka nei. No ha shaha shay ko shaha shahi. Shashaha shashaha. Shay tauhu. Let this gray material be completely and fully dissolved so that you can have a stronger access. You have a free access so that you can listen to your intuition more easily, comfortably, clearly, and confidently. Nam kaha shunehi, nam kasha, nam kasha, nam kashaha, nam kashaha, nam. Just be in this space. Be in this space of silence. Let the energy do the work. Be in this space for next 2 minutes. Just experience the silence so that you can listen to your own inner voice. The voice of your higher self, the voice of that supreme consciousness. Whenever any messages flow through them, it's termed as intuition. The more we work as per our intuition, the more easy, peaceful, and calm our lives start becoming. Intuition is not about anything being good or bad. It's just about the message you received without any hindrance. As you're strongly connected with your own divine self. On the basis of your intuition, so that you can decide what is the next step you need to take. Your intuition can guide you in every field with whom you need to make friendship, with whom you need to trust, with whom you need to talk, with whom you need to invest, in which area you need to invest, in which area you need to work so that you can grow more and more in your life. With your intuition, give yourself time. Last 2 minutes more. Feel the energies. Last 30 seconds. You and your breath. Fully absorbing the energies. Yes, Slowly and gradually, easily and comfortably, return back to your body, thanking all your masters, your guides, the master from the Cyrus, Namaha Shunei, our Guru, our guides, our higher self. Let's express our thankfulness and gratitude to them. And from now onwards, knowing that we are guided by our intuition. You can slowly keep your hands on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes and come back. Thank you, thank you, thank you, friends. From now onwards, let's trust our intuition more and more. Let's choose that physical sensation in our body, which acts as a sign that that's our intuition talking to us. Life with intuition becomes easy. Life with intuition becomes smooth. Life with intuition becomes more fearless. So, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you, friends.